Alright, so here's a video for you. What is this? All I know is that it cannot possibly be what it resembles, which is a Project Mercury style spacecraft. Here on the left is one by Lionel from Train Set, crane fixture. And next to it, one by Mattel with John Glenn inside from their Action Pack. And this cannot possibly be that. It has to be something else. Plumbing fixture, gas, hose, regulator, a gardening implement, toilet fixture, flow valve. I'm trying to think of some of the more technical terms that I've heard to describe it. Let's see here. Just over 3 inches long. And it's a soft rubber. One of the ideas that I like is that it's a protective covering for one of those flow valves or something. As purchased, it came with a couple of old Tom Corbett figures and an NPC spaceman. And there was a white ping pong ball stuck in it. Like, just, I don't know if it's a standard size ping pong ball or what. Because of that, some have become convinced that it's some sort of a flow regulator, and the ping pong ball would stop whatever is in it from gushing out through the bottom, although it's not, a seal that anybody would rely on, and there's no threading to the top of it. You would have had some sort of a clamp hose device to fit onto it. That's why I also like the chemistry set accoutrement idea, or something that would go over, you have one, this goes over the top, and the two hoses come out here, and the regulator, it fits over it or something like that, and it keeps people from messing with it or bumping into it or whatever. If you can help me identify what it is, I mean, if that's all it is, like a little gardening tool, hose fixture, I should be able to score a box of these, a couple dozen for $5. Help me figure it out so I can use it to make art and get more of them. Or was it maybe a bath toy or the covering on a space gun projectile? I could see that. This sticking out of a gun barrel. Rubber baby buggy bumper kind of thing. It's not going to break, and it floats nicely in water. And the reason why I bother you with the video is that it's now turned up 2 times in a space toy setting. The first one obviously being this that I scored, and then again somebody had mixed it in with a Fireball XL5 City playset by MPC from 1963, which threw me for a curve. But it's not described anywhere on the box, so it was just sort of in there. The theory that I came up with is that whoever was selling it sorted their lot out in the tool shed, and this was lying on the floor, and they're like, vintage space capsule, $20. There you go. Or else they just got confused. Or some kid pulled his mom's turkey baster set out of the kitchen cabinet. They're like, ooh, I'm going to have another spaceship now. All of which is more likely than it actually being a representation of a Mercury or any kind of NASA design spaceship. Maxime Faget did not. Here's what Maxime Faget saw one of these and said, you know what, that would be the perfect shape for the Project Mercury space capsule. No, I don't think so. I just think that it's some sort of obscure form that just happens to represent it, and I'd love to take it into Pawn Stars and let them argue about it for a show. So if anyone has any idea what this is, give me a shout. Cheers!